5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Flat right over crest into flat left.
What's up, guys? So today is actually Dyno Day. Dyno Day is for the rally car. It's going to get tuned since I've wired in AVCS and adjusted some things. I talked with the tuner about it. I go up locally, St. Louis, to Ecotech. They're probably one of the best Subaru shops that you can get here in the Midwest, especially, is Ecotech Import Auto. Now, in the St. Louis area. Now, the last time this car ran, at least on the dyno when it was tuned, I didn't have AVCS hooked up. All I had was, it was just tuned just to, it was a reluctor on the intake cam, on the driver's side head, reluctor on the crank sensor, which is fine, that stays that way. But this one, it gets an optical cam sensor on the driver's side head and on the passenger side head. And then there's oil control valves on each head as well for the intake cam, so that way you can adjust it up to 50 degrees in advance. So that's what we're working on today. That's what I'm going to be getting done today with the car. Obviously, you may see this before everything else is done, before the clutch is back in, before the drivetrain's back together and all that kind of stuff. Reason for that is I mean, editing videos does take a little bit of time, and the other part about that is that kind of in a crunch time. So today is Monday, the rally is Saturday for the Missouri Ozark Rally, and this is going to be, it's almost like a whole new car in a sense as far as the gearing and the power goes, is what we'll see. And that's what's going to be happening. You'll see the dyno runs. I'll talk a little bit about it separately from that, and then afterwards you'll see what the numbers mean, what the numbers are, what the dynograph is. Again, before I made 138 horsepower and 107 foot-pounds of torque. Now that's at the wheels, all-wheel drive car, so there's a fairly high parasitic loss in the drivetrain. So we're going to see how well it does. Now that we've got AVCS hooked up, we've got it on a optical cam sensor, and with the solenoid setup, we're trying to get as much torque as possible out of it to see if that's going to change from what it was originally. Who knows? We'll see. All right, we're back. That was that was pretty awesome. So over at Dyno Pro Technologies, which is part of Ecotech, Adam is the tuner there. We were able to extract a bunch of extra torque out of this thing down low. It was effectively like a torqueless wonder. I couldn't even downshift to get any power because it just didn't have any. It was 107 foot-pounds of torque across the board, and it didn't really do anything else. 138 horsepower, very respectable for a 2-liter. Mind you, it's just a 2-liter. It's not a 2.5 or anything like that, and it's dual overhead cam. The EJ204 is what it is, so it's NA anyways, higher compression. So now we've been able to pull about 5 to 7 more horsepower out of it. Not necessarily crazy, but the biggest part is we were able to go from 107 foot-pounds of torque all the way up to 130 foot-pounds of torque. And you can see the car is back. It's parked. I got to run it on the dyno, doing all the dyno stuff, so that was fun. But that's crazy, and the torque that it makes is way down low, and it comes on pretty hard, which is awesome. Which in rally, horsepower numbers don't mean anything necessarily. Torque is where it's at more than anything else, because you need to be able to get out of the turn, you need to be able to get back on it and get moving again. Horsepower isn't going to get you that. Torque is going to get you that. So you're going to see some in-cam, which is awesome. There will be some in-cam. Hopefully I'll be able to set it up, or in-car cam. Hopefully I'll be able to get it set up to work right. I've got GoPros, so we'll see how that works out. I mean, GoPro Labs, there's a way you can set up a USB trigger to turn the camera on when it sees USB power and start recording. So we'll see if that's going to work out for me. I've got 2 cameras, one on the roof, one in the cabin, and we'll also have chit-chat between me and co-drivers. So you'll be able to hear the notes being called as well. Hopefully it's going to come out good and it's going to look fast, but we'll see. Either way, that's going to be the next video. The next set of videos is going to be about Missouri Ozark Rally. It is 1 stage, 5 times, 2 forward, 3 back, and it's back to an area that has not been to in about 5 years, so that's pretty awesome. They've got what's called the cattle guard jump, which a lot of people have missed, a lot of people have not seen that they wanted to, and other drivers have not driven on it. They've read about it, heard about it, seen videos of it, so it's kind of a really cool thing. I mean, it's a well-known thing for ARA national rallies, 100-acre wood. Well, I get to run it in Missouri Ozark Rally, which is really kind of cool. So we'll see how the new drivetrain does with all of the differentials in place, all of the differentials, as well as more power, more horsepowers. So we'll see. I actually gained at least plus 5 horsepower, so I'm going to get a sticker like that and slap it on the car because it really did get it. Either way, you'll see us then. We'll see you, maybe.